How's it? YouTube Premium for Saturday, November 22nd. Your YouTube Premium selection today. We're going to back the Detroit Pistons here, minus I think I saw 8. Let me make sure here. Minus the 8 over the Milwaukee Bucks. Look, I think the Pistons can certainly win by double digits here. Detroit is 13-2. They've covered 4 in a row. You think these Pistons care about the Bucks? They're not having Giannis? I don't think so. The Bucks beat the Heat in overtime last year as well. I'm sorry, the Bucks beat these Pistons in overtime last year as well, and the Pistons are really upset from that loss. I think Bickerstaff will have them going here, getting a big monkey off their back with a big brother on their back in Milwaukee, a city that's right next to them. I think they're tired of losing to them for over 10 straight games. Give me the Pistons minus the 8 here. I like Penn State over Nebraska here. I think the head coach of Penn State currently really wants this job. He made an emotional sort of message talking about this on social media and on his recent press conference, etc. And he knows that Matt Rule was up for this job, and his Coach Rule still up for this job. And I think Penn State beating the snot out of Nebraska, if at all possible, not to mention the fact they're fighting for a bowl spot too, because they got one more game after this. I think they're going to be super motivated, and I can see them winning by double digits here. As it relates to Boise State and Colorado State, I just don't see Boise State losing 3 in a row. I think they're going to be pretty upset here. Colorado State's been shaky all year long, so it does make a lot of sense here. To back Boise State here, avoid losing 3 in a row. Ball State and Indiana State in college basketball. I like Ball State here. I mean, Indiana dropped 90 on them last year. Ball State has revenge. They lost 94-84. Both schools are in Indiana, so a little bit of a rivalry here. Indiana State very lucky that Louisiana Tech shot 2 for 16 from three-point land last game. I don't think they get as lucky here against Ball State, an in-state rival. I'm backing Ball State with revenge here. I think you can get as many as +8 or +10. Let me see here. Ball State, Indiana State. I think you can get. I think there was a pretty good line here that you can get. Yeah, +7.5 on Ball State, maybe even +8. Kings Nuggets. I like the Kings here. First half on the Kings, or the Kings for the game. Denver beat this team by 14 early this year. They've won at least 7 in a row. Kings lost to Memphis 96-137 last game. I know the Kings are bad, but when you lose basically by 40 points in your last game, you have to show some pride here. And one has to think you have to take a small lean on the Kings here, coming off such an ugly loss. The Rockets do come off of a big road win as well. I should say the Nuggets come off a big road win against these Rockets, and so the Nuggets do come back home. I think the Nuggets can have a little bit of a letdown here. 1 second here. So small letdown for them. All right, and finally, Gardner-Webb, Richmond in college basketball. I like the over there. Gardner-Webb has one of the worst defenses in the country, and as they face Richmond here, who's outside the top 120, this team put up 59 points here and 60 points on DePaul and Clemson, both top 80, top 50 defenses, and I think they can score some points here on a Richmond team that's outside the top 120 in defense, and at the same time, Richmond faces one of the worst defenses they've ever faced this year. Against top 280 defenses, they put up around 85 and 87 points. Now they face a top 350 defense. So I think that Gardner-Webb can put up around 70 points, and I think Richmond in turn can put up around 85 to 90 points. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see this game go over the 160 today. I think the total sits around a little bit decent. The total sits around 154 or so, and I have this game at closer to 160. That's what I have for you on today's video. Hope y'all are doing well. See you back here tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Don't forget, 7 college football today at 3:30 as we look to have a really good football week. Bye-bye.